what should people be considering around an airdrop and what should they be looking out for?
Yeah. I mean, with the airdrop, there's a couple components to it, right? There's the actual event in itself, the claim event. And I think, the teams often think about their product as, their core protocol, the, Web3 game, the NFT product in itself, but claim is an actual product that gets released on day of token launch. It's a production, contract that goes live, production UI that ends up going live. So, we often tell teams to treat the day one claim as an actual production product event, assign a product manager to it, to make sure that there's a lot of thought and care with it. Because it's probably one of the most important parts of launch day together with the exchange listing. But I think a lot of it, back to the theme is to claim is starting preparations as early as possible. We often start claim preparation with teams, 2 to 3 months ahead of token launch. As soon as there's any idea of what qualification is going to be, as soon as there's any type of data sets, let's say testnet transactions, or existing, community participants, as soon as we have those data sets, we'll start preparing as if claim was going to be next week. Seen a lot of scenarios where, we're 1 week out from token launch day and the team is trying to figure out, hey, who's going to be getting tokens and, are the distributions proper? Are the amounts exactly the way we want it? And there's just not enough not enough time to sort of adjust these things. So really a lot of it is, going through the motions, going through technical dress rehearsals related to the claim event well in advance and just knowing and dialing in exactly who's getting what on day of and continue to iterate over that as early as possible.
There's also a very practical part about it. Like, for example, in fact, countries should be moving it from the client, but it's also if you're doing your plan, is jury blocking in place? And if it is, which countries are we blocking, how you're getting there and how you're doing that? From an AML perspective, any claim or it's going to be about range monitoring laws that you as part of the procedures, ensuring that you perform the relevant criteria procedures you have to before that claim goes through, because otherwise it'll be on policy and it could get you in hot water potentially. So I think, and it's also, and Kevin also spoke about it, but whenever you see on the claim side, hands onshore and offshore legal review it, it's such an important piece, and you want to give them sufficient time to review it, come back with feedback. If they recommend certain changes, you don't want to position where you almost can't implement those changes because it's just too time. Want sufficient time to adjust, modify, put the new things in place, ensure that legal has signed off on what you've now changed. And that process is an easy part of your, token day.
Yeah. I mean, Carl and I have been to the
There's emotions on this.
Yeah. I think the other thing I'd add on day one claim is just, the support process that's related to it. You've got, sometimes, tens of thousands of users that are trying to hit a website and lots of community members trying to obtain token at that moment in time. So there's a whole sort of technical sort of, load testing, but also the support that goes along with it as well to how you're going to service the different requests for, hey, my token amounts aren't quite right. Or it's not working properly for me. So there's a whole sort of back end kind of, community servicing, and, a technical sort of aspect to it as well too.